Cinder Cone is one of the coolest volcanoes in Lassen Volcanic National Park. In this video, we'll be hiking up the side of it, onto the rim, and then down into the crater. The trail starts at the Butte Lake campgrounds, which is in the northern portion of Lassen Volcanic National Park. You can't get there from the main highway, so you will have to go around and then back down, and you'll have to cross a dirt road for quite a while to get here. There's also no cell service in the area, so be sure that you put it into your GPS beforehand. But if you put the Cinder Cone Trailhead or Butte Lake campground in, it should get you there no problem. Cinder Cone was created from an eruption that took place around 1650, and it created all this debris in these lava beds that you see to the left. And it was a massive event, and all the ash that fell back down from the eruption from the vent is what created Cinder Cone. And the first part of this trail along these lava beds and through the trees is pretty flat, and it's about 1.25 miles roughly, and then you get to the base of Cinder Cone, and the last trek up the mountain is like 600 or 700 feet of straight uphill, and it's very challenging, but overall it is a short hike and totally doable. I don't think the video quite captures how big Cinder Cone really is. When you come through the trees and see it for the first time, it is striking, and it's kind of shocking, like, wow, I'm about to climb up this huge thing. But it's totally doable. Just take your time and stop when you need to. I would like to go up in just short bursts and then take a break, because it is like the Stairmaster. It's really steep, you're leaning forward, you're pretty much in sand, but it's so surreal being out here, and it's such a fun hike. As you're going up, you can see the snowy Lassen Peak back there in the background, and you can watch my other video that I just uploaded, hiking up Lassen Peak. We did it the day before, and that's an awesome hike too, but very different than Cinder Cone. Once you reach the top of the hill, you get to the rim of Cinder Cone, and it was super windy up here, and it's actually been really windy both times that I hiked this. I think it's just the way that the mountain is, the wind just hits it really hard. So hold on to your hat, but it does feel kind of good, especially if it's a hot day, to have that wind blowing. In the distance there, you can see Lassen Peak again, and then you can see the painted dunes and the lava beds that were created when Cinder Cone erupted. And it's really surreal out here because just the surrounding landscape is just black. There are the trees that have grown since then, but you can really see how badly this area was decimated by an eruption that took place almost 400 years ago, and it still hasn't fully recovered, or at least it's changed the landscape and recovered in its own ways. But I love that it's still preserved the way it was after the eruption, and that we're able to experience this cool volcanic feature. We decided to hike down into the crater, which can be kind of intimidating after going up that super steep hill to get up here. You don't really want to go down and then go back up again. But the hike back up from the bottom of the crater to the rim isn't nearly as bad as the hike from the outside of Cinder Cone up. It's a lot shorter, but it was totally worth going down here. There's this cool little rock mound that people have made, and we decided to hang out by it and take some pictures, which was fun. And after I finished up my morning meditations, it was time to climb back out. And again, this climb was nothing compared to the first one up the side of the hill, but when we got to the top, it was so windy, and I left the sound in this next clip so you can hear how bad it was.
I feel like I'm in Chicago.
Right here, we're coming up on the highest point of Cinder Cone, and it's near the end of our loop too. It's on the southern end of Cinder Cone, and you can see down into the crater, Snag Lake, Lassen Peak in the distance, and just awesome overall views before starting to head back down. And as you get closer to the bottom, it starts getting sandier and it becomes a lot easier to run down, which I'd highly recommend because it's a lot of fun. Hope you enjoy the video and try to make it out to Lassen National Park and Cinder Cone if you ever get the chance, because it's totally worth it.